Ever heard of a government shutdown and thought, doesn't really affect me? I used to think that too. It sounds like a bunch of politicians in suits arguing in a fancy building, right? Something far away? But what if I told you that a shutdown could mean your flight gets canceled, the food on your table becomes less certain, and even a simple trip to a national park gets ruined? It's not just a political headline. It's a ripple effect that can touch almost every part of our daily lives. Let's start with something many of us take for granted: flying. During the last major shutdown, which lasted 35 days back in 2018 and 2019, the chaos at airports was staggering. You see, air traffic controllers and TSA agents are federal employees. When the government shuts down, they're forced to work without pay. Imagine going to your job every day, a high-stress job where people's lives are literally in your hands, and not knowing when your next paycheck will arrive. It's a massive blow to morale. As the shutdown dragged on, more and more agents called in sick. They couldn't afford the gas to get to work or the childcare for their kids. The result? Insanely long security lines, some snaking for hours. At major hubs like Atlanta, Miami, and DC, thousands of flights were delayed or outright canceled. People missed weddings, funerals, and critical business meetings, all because of a stalemate in Washington. But the impact goes far beyond travel headaches. It hits the most vulnerable people in our communities, and it hits them hard. Think about food assistance programs like SNAP, which used to be called food stamps. Millions of families, including children and the elderly, rely on these benefits to put food on the table. During a shutdown, the funding for these programs becomes a terrifying question mark. In that 2019 shutdown, officials had to scramble to pay out benefits early using a legal loophole. But they warned that if the shutdown had lasted just one more month, the funds would have dried up completely. Can you imagine the widespread panic and hunger that would have caused? It's a silent crisis, a slow-motion disaster happening in kitchens and at dinner tables across the country. And it doesn't stop there. The shutdown freezes so many other government services we don't even think about until they're gone. Want to visit a national park like Yosemite or the Grand Canyon? Sorry, they're closed. Gates are locked, visitor centers are shuttered, and trails are unmaintained. During the last shutdown, some parks were left partially open without staff, leading to overflowing trash cans and vandalism, damaging our natural treasures. What about getting a government-backed mortgage to buy your first home? The approval process grinds to a halt. Need a new passport for an international trip? Expect massive delays. Scientists conducting critical research on diseases or climate change at federal agencies like the NIH or NASA. They're sent home, their experiments, some of which took years to set up, can be ruined. Even breweries were affected. The agency that approves new beer labels was shut down, meaning new craft beers couldn't be released. It's a domino effect. Federal workers, over 800,000 of them, from FBI agents to janitors, go without pay. They stop spending money at local businesses, which then hurts restaurants, shops, and the entire local economy. The ripple keeps spreading outwards. So, the next time you hear the words government shutdown, remember it's not just political theater. It's a real-world event with real-world consequences. It's canceled flights, delayed paychecks, and uncertainty for millions. It's a self-inflicted wound on our country's economy and, more importantly, on its people. It's a stark reminder that what happens in those marble halls of Washington doesn't stay in Washington. It finds its way into our airports, our grocery stores, and our homes.